China warns U.S. it will strike back for reckless sanctions. China's Foreign Ministry prophet Wang Wenbin calls on the U.S. to incontinently withdraw decision into its hindrance in domestic affairs. China has advised the United States that it would strike back in response to any reckless conduct, prompting Washington to withdraw its recent end of warrants targeting people and realities tied to mortal rights abuses committed by Beijing. China's Foreign Ministry prophet Wang Wenbin denounced the warrants as perverse conduct. We prompt the U.S. to incontinently withdraw the applicable wrong decision and stop snooping in China's internal affairs and harming China's interests. Still, China will take effective measures to strike back intensively, Wang said during a news conference in Beijing on Monday, if the U.S. acts recklessly. The measures are the rearmost in a raft of warrants timed to coincide with Biden's two-day virtual summit for democracy, where he blazed an enterprise to bolster republic around the world and support for pro-democracy legislation in the United States. On Monday, Wang pledged that Beijing is unwavering in its determination to defend public sovereignty, security, and development interests. He also defended China's policy in dealing with the Muslim Uyghur community in the independent region of Xinjiang, saying it's determined to combat violence, terrorism, racialism, and religious revolutionist forces. The perverse conduct of the United States cannot destroy the overall shape of Xinjiang's development, stop China's progress, or reverse the trend of literal development. Among those targeted by the U.S. Treasury for warrants was the Chinese artificial intelligence company SenseTime, criminating it of having developed facial recognition programs that can determine a target's race, with a particular focus on relating ethnic Uyghurs. Mass detention in Xinjiang. UN experts and rights groups estimate further than 1 million people, substantially Uyghurs and members of other Muslim nonages, have been detained or locked in recent times in a vast system of camps in Xinjiang. On Thursday, an unofficial and independent UK-grounded bench also ruled that the Chinese government committed genocide, crimes against humanity and torture against Uyghurs and other nonages. Sir Geoffrey Nice QC, the head of the Uyghur Tribunal and prominent Mortal Rights Council, said the Chinese government has targeted the Muslim Uyghur population with forced birth control and sterilization programs to reduce the group's population. He said that this vast outfit of state suppression couldn't live if a plan wasn't authorized at the loftiest situations. China denies abuses in Xinjiang, but the U.S. government and numerous rights groups say Beijing is carrying out genocide there. Meanwhile, Wang also criticized the recent summit for democracy hosted by the U.S., saying Washington cannot decide whether a country is popular or not with its own mark. The Summit for Democracy exactly betrayed U.S. true nature as a destroyer of republic while stripping it of its disguise as a protector of republic, Wang said. Wang called on all the countries to work together to attack global issues to press ahead with the structure of a community with a participated future for humanity. He also denounced the warrants directed at the company SenseTime, saying the decision was grounded on falsehoods and false information. On Monday, the incipiency said it was delaying its 767 meters original public immolation in Hong Kong after it was blacklisted by the U.S. over allegations of genocide in Xinjiang. A blacklisting would make it all but insolvable for U.S. investment banks generally involved in Hong Kong rosters to get involved, or for a U.S. public to invest in the immolation.